Hello, 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 hello. You're listening to Conscientious Conversation. And I'm your host, Will Prophet. I hope your day is going super, super swell. I hope you're getting the most out of your day. I hope you're seeing the value in you in today. So, here we are. We are right now 8 months away. 8 months. 8 months away. We're already 4 months into the new year. We're 8 months away from the next new year. So, listen, those goals should already be started. You should already be on those goals. You should be distracted. You should not be getting bewildered or just, losing interest in it, because if it was worth it to sit there and take out the time to come up with the goal, to get through the goal. If it was worth it to sit there and jot down the goal, it was worth it to accomplish the goal. So, what you need to be doing is you need to be keeping your focus directed towards that goal day. Even if you're not getting the whole goal in that day, if you could just get part of the goal done in that day, in that time frame, that is still a good starting point, because at least you started. And the hardest part about goals is starting them. Okay? And so we're right here, okay? We are 4 months in, 2026. And so you should already be 120 days towards your goal. You should be 120 days in it. And for those of you that might not have started, let's get after it. Let's get started. Okay? Let's get after it. Let's get started. Simple enough. Okay? Procrastination and all the reasons not to are enough. It's now, stop looking at all the reasons not to do something and start looking at all the reasons to do something. Because remember, your goals are your goals. Your goals are your goals. If someone else is reaching your goal for you, then it's really not your goal, right? It becomes their goal. I had a colleague of mine one time. Him and a friend of his wanted to start a business, and it was a little small food truck business. And one guy was more committed than the other, and he said, they worked together, and the idea was they were going to pool some money together, and they were going to go and start this food truck. Well, the other guy was a little bit more motivated, so he said, well, hey, I went out and I got the truck. You could just pay me back over time, but let's get started. The other guy's like, okay, and they went to go pick up supplies, and the other guy, he put a few bucks towards it, but nothing, it's more like he put 90%, the other guy put up 10%. And without making a long story longer, this kind of went this way. Even when it came to working, this guy showed up maybe, once in a blue moon. It was always a surprise. They had a food truck running 5 days a week, and this guy would show up probably 3 to 4 days a month, and like he really didn't want to do it. And all of a sudden, it took off. It took off to where this guy was really motivated, and he kept pursuing. He kept, every time he kept using proceeds to buy the truck and buy another truck and all this. And when this thing became 4 trucks strong, and he really saw that there was no need for the other guy, although the other guy was the original innovator of the goal. He was the guy that was on this guy, about he should start it. And he was the one every day pounding it in, telling them we should do this. And when it came time to do it, the other guy, all that time of the other one saying do it, well, he finally was at the point where he wanted to do it. And come to find out, he wanted to do it more. Needless to say, that guy today has a dozen food trucks scattered throughout the area. I think he's even got a couple other the food trucks are in a couple other states. And the point is, the other guy is still working where they started working together. And so that's what happens when sometimes your goal or your dream becomes that of someone, someone else says, oh, well, they might not have been that interested before, but, obviously, do you blame them? So get after your goals. Don't leave your goals to chance. Don't leave your goals to hope. A lot of people say, oh, well, I'm praying, right? I'm praying for this. Okay, well, guess what? When it comes to praying, you have to also put some work behind that, right? So you're praying, and every time there's you're waiting for it to be this massive grand gesture, but sometimes it's the small gesture that is the answer to your prayer. So take advantage of that small gesture. Take advantage of that window of opportunity. Don't leave anything to chance. Go ahead and get after this goal that you have, especially if the goal is a life-changing goal, in regards to it's going to put you in a better place with your family, or it's going to allow you to have more time with your family. It's going to put you with better income. Okay, it's going to put you, because sometimes, yes, a better income can get you a better outcome, but at the same time, you hear me talk, you have to be right. This is why the individuals that win the 10 or 50 million, $100 million lottery, they're broke not too long after that, because they wasn't ready. So, be ready for the goal. If you're not ready for the goal, then guess what? Then maybe you need to start over, or maybe you need to wait. But don't half approach your goals. Never half approach your goals, or never half approach your dreams. Okay? You're either going to do it or not do it. Now, I get having a process where you say, hey, I'm working a full-time job, and once this takes off, I'm going to go down to part-time. And then I understand that. But you know what? There's a reason when you talk to angel investors and private money investors and individuals like that, there's a reason when you talk to them, one of the very first questions out of their mouth, if it's not number one, it's somewhere in the top 5. They're going to ask, are you doing this for a living? Are you doing this full time? Because at the end of the day, that shows your commitment level. That shows your willingness. Okay? So if your goal is something that can change your life, don't wait. Don't wait. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Don't wait. Okay? And especially if you have a significant other and you have children or something like that, because the individuals, it might not just be meant for you. Sometimes the as parents and as individuals that might be providing for a household, you understand that you might not see the whole result, the whole potential of that goal. You might only see bits and parts of it, or maybe you will see a decent amount of it. But you look at someone like a Sam Walton, right? Here now, long after the man's gone, you still have this generation. Or you look at someone like Rockefeller, where long after he's gone, there's these individuals that he's never met, that it's because of that legacy, it's still helping that individual. It's still helping the individual that's here today. So think of it that way. If that's the motivator for you, then go after it. Okay? If you got enough motivation in you to go after it, go after it. Now, if you're still stagnant about it, it's, okay, what are you waiting for? Find the exact reason why. Remember, we talked about before your why. You have to know what your why is. Okay? If you have no why, then you have no reason. Okay? And the idea of your reason for doing something is usually result back to your why. So, if you want better, if you want to accomplish your goal, if you want to see, hey, I'm 4 months in, I got 8 months to go before 2027, I want to accomplish this by 2027, go ahead and fast track it. Go ahead and fast track it. If you've been procrastinating for the last 4 months, guess what? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the time you missed. Don't worry about the time that's been wasted. I want you to start today. I want you to start now. Okay? I want you to start now, because tomorrow's not promised to you. If the goal is important to you, then get after it. What are you waiting for? What is it? Okay? Is it a person? Is it a thing? Is it a place? What is it? Okay? And once you find out what that is, move it to the side and get after your goal. Because I'm willing to bet that accomplishing that goal is going to have a strong impact on that obstacle that's stopping you from accomplishing that goal. So, get after the goal. You're 4 months in. We got 4 months in. You still got longer to go. You still got longer in front of you than what's behind you, right? You're only 4 months in, okay? 120 days. Okay, there's still time enough to accomplish that 2026 goal. And last but not least, to those of you that brought 2025 goals into 2026, okay, that's enough too. You might need to adjust it, you might need to realign it, but get after it. I cannot say that enough. So, get after your goal. You're 4 months in, and we will talk again next month. See how far along you can get between now and next month. That's your homework. See how long you can get from now until next month when we do an update to be 5 months in on 2026. You've been listening to Conscientious Conversation. I'm your host, Will Prophet. Go and get after that goal and leave nothing to chance.